Most AI tools have the same problem. You type a question, they type an answer, and then you still have to copy it, paste it, format it, fix it, basically do the whole job yourself. Now, there's a new kind of AI that doesn't stop at typing words. It actually opens the slide deck, builds the spreadsheet, writes the website, makes the phone call. The whole job done. And it's called Genspark. And in the next 15 minutes, I'll show you exactly how it works. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake Dawson, and here we cover some of the best AI tools and workflows. Let's jump right in. All right, so you might ask, well, what's Genspark? Well, Genspark is a workspace. You give it an idea, and it actually delivers the finished work. Slides, websites, spreadsheets, brand designs, data analysis, even phone calls. And it's not just text, it's the deliverable. And the way that it pulls it off is by having multiple AI models behind the scenes. GPT, Claude, Gemini, Nano Banana, Cdance, Veo, all the top models coordinated by an AI agent that picks the right one for the right job. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 features that I actually use. I'll show you what they spit out so you can decide if it's worth swapping your whole stack for Genspark. And honestly, that's what I recommend to most of my friends. All right, let's get into it. The first thing I want to show you is AI slides. So this is the one that I use the most. You know the pain. You need a deck for a client, an investor, or a YouTube sponsor. And you spend 3 hours opening templates in Google Slides, picking fonts, finding stock images, lining up boxes. By the time it's done, you forgot what you wanted to say. I open Genspark, click AI slides, and I turn on guide mode. Guide mode is a new feature. So instead of just guessing what you want, it asks you a few questions first. Your target audience, style, how long is your presentation? What is your source material? So by the time it starts building, it actually knows what you need. So that alone cuts the revisions in half. Then I switch over to creative mode. So this is the part that genuinely impressed me. So creative mode uses Nano Banana Pro to generate visuals. So instead of stock photos, you get custom AI generated images, on brand, consistent across the whole deck. So watch this. So I prompt it, build me a 10-slide investor pitch for an AI invoicing startup. Modern, clean, dark theme. And now watch what happens next. So Genspark doesn't just start blasting out slides. It actually plans the deck first. It kicks off a parallel search to research the AI invoicing market, and then it runs deep thinking to break the project down into 6 phases. Research the industry, define the strategy, design the structure, lock in the visuals, and then execute. So in a few seconds, it comes back with real numbers. So the AI invoice automation market is $3.8 billion in 2026, projected to hit $10 billion by 2036. And only 9% of organizations are fully automated. I didn't ask it for any of that. So it just researched it because an investor pitch needs real data. And then guide mode kicks in and it asks me a few questions to lock in the angle. First one, what type of investor am I pitching? Early stage VCs, growth stage, strategic corporates, angels. So I pick growth stage Series B because that's the angle that I want. And I want to focus on traction and unit economics. So a couple more questions come in about tone, materials, length, and deep understanding of the positioning I want to have. I answer all of them and I type confirm to start building the presentation. And this is where most AI tools would just start spitting out slides. So Genspark actually goes the other way. Once I confirm, it runs a full second round of market research and deep analysis on the topic. Competitors, unit economics, traction benchmarks, comparable funding rounds. So the slides have actual meat, not just nice headlines that are wrapped around generic stats. So this is the part that you can't fake in a pitch meeting. An investor will notice the difference in like 20 seconds. So once it's done researching, it actually comes back and it walks me through what it found. So almost like a consultant checking their work. So it asks me if I agree with the angle, the numbers, the positioning. I look it over, I confirm, and only then it goes off to design the deck. And here's the part that you can literally watch happening on screen, which is kind of exciting. Genspark is using the top image generation models, again, Nano Banana Pro, GPT Image, all the best ones, to create every visual on every slide. Custom illustrations, custom backgrounds, on-brand graphics, all happening in the background while I'm doing absolutely nothing. And there it is, 10 slides, custom visuals, the title slide, the problem, the solution, market, traction, team, roadmap, the ask. The whole pitch deck structure is done. Now here's the part that'll save you the most time. Mark to edit. So I can click on any element in any slide. So say the headline. Let's say I want to change the headline. I type what I want to change, and Genspark updates that element across the entire deck. The same font, the same style, the same layout. So no more fixing one slide and having to redo the other 9. And when I'm done, I can export it to PowerPoint, PDF, or I can just push it straight through to Google Slides. So just click on View and Export, and then choose the format that you'd like. Done. This one feature alone replaces Gamma and Canva for me. The next great thing Genspark offers is a tool called AI Sheets. So this is the new 2.0 version, and it's the closest thing to having a junior data analyst sitting right next to you. So the pain here is simple. You've got data. Maybe it's a CSV from Stripe. Maybe it's a spreadsheet from your team. Maybe it's just a question like, how is my business doing this quarter? And your answer's buried in just a bunch of numbers that you don't want to look at. So I drop my spreadsheet into AI Sheets, and I just type in plain English. Show me my top 10 customers by revenue. Calculate the percentage of total sales each one has, and visualize it as a bar chart. And then watch. So it runs the SQL query. Right there in the background, it runs the formula. It generates the chart, all right there in the sheet. So I didn't write a single function. And here's the other thing that's wild. So AI Sheets can pull data right from the web. So if I want competitor pricing, I just say, research the pricing of the top 5 accounting software tools and put it in the table as well. So it goes out, it pulls the data, and it fills the sheet live. And when I export all my formulas, my charts, my styles, they come out clean in Excel. So if my accountant or my team needs it, they can open it just like a normal file. Nothing breaks. This replaced hours of spreadsheet work. And if you're an Excel Power user already, there's a Genspark plugin that puts all of this directly inside Excel. So same agent, native to the app. Okay, this next one is a feature that makes everyone say, wait, what? The AI developer. So you type a prompt and it builds a real website, live, deployed, with a URL. Most people compare this to Lovable or Bolt, but here's the difference. Lovable and Bolt, they give you a site, but you still wrestle with prompts, plugins, and weird edge cases. But with Genspark's AI developer, even someone with no technical background can describe what they want and get a working site. So watch this. I type, build me a portfolio for a freelance designer named Maya. 6 sections: hero, about, work gallery, testimonials, services, contact form. Modern, minimalist, lots of white space, use a soft cream and black color scheme. That's it. One prompt, and a couple of minutes later, a live URL, a real website, hosted, working contact form, mobile responsive, a custom domain if I want one. And here's the part most people don't realize. There's a new Shopify integration. So if you're running an e-commerce store, Genspark can design your storefront, publish your full product catalog in one click, and even hook up an AI voice agent to handle customer calls. So you're not just getting a portfolio, you are getting a full operating business. This is the one I use when someone messages me, Jake, can you help me set up a landing page real quick? I just send them to Genspark. All right, so let's get into their AI image agent. This is the new agent-based version, and honestly, this is the one that I get asked the most about. So you've seen the AI image race, right? Midjourney, it's great, but you have to deal with Discord. ChatGPT image is fast, but limited. Adobe Firefly, now this is good, but it's expensive. And switching between them, it's its own job. So here's where Genspark does something nobody else does. So you don't have to pick a model. Inside Genspark's AI image agent, you can generate up to 4 images at once, each from a different model. Nano Banana Pro, GPT Image, ByteDance, Flux, Recraft, Qwen, and more. Or if you already know which one you want, you can just pick it. So instead of paying for Midjourney plus ChatGPT plus Adobe and bouncing around 3 different tabs to compare the results, you run them side by side with one prompt in one workspace. So watch this. I type, generate a cinematic photo of a young woman sitting at a window in Tokyo. Late afternoon, golden light, soft focus background shot on a 50mm lens. And there it is. 4 variations, each from a different model. I can see immediately which one nails the lighting, which one gets the face right, which one handles the background depth the way that I wanted. I pick the best one and I keep going. No more guessing which tool to open. Now, here's the part that blows people's minds. Mark to edit. So I click on her jacket and I type, change this jacket to a beige trench coat, and it changes just the jacket. It doesn't redraw the whole image. It doesn't lose its face. It just changes the jacket. There's also draw to edit. So I can literally draw on the image. Let's say I'm gonna circle around this coffee cup and type, replace this with a book. And then boom, coffee cup gone, book in hand. Same lighting, same composition. So for Reels, TikToks, ads, thumbnails, brand assets, this is the engine that I would use. All right, and now for the best thing that Genspark can do. So this feature is the one that I am the most excited about. It's called Genspark Claw. So quick context first, there is an open source project called Claw, if you haven't heard of it. It's basically an AI agent that runs on its own dedicated cloud computer, and you can talk to it through the apps that you already use, like WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, even email. So instead of opening a chat window inside of some AI app, you just text your AI agent like you would a teammate. The catch is Claw, again, it's open source, which means you have to set it up yourself. Install it, configure it, connect it to all your tools. It's powerful, but it's a project. Genspark Claw is the version that you don't have to set up. It's the exact same idea, your own AI agent running on its own cloud computer, available on WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, but instead of you wiring everything together, Genspark just hands it to you, ready to go. And here's the part that makes it actually special. So Claw isn't running on some lightweight chatbot under the hood. It's running on the full Genspark engine. So when you message it, you're not getting a stripped down assistant. You're getting AI slides, AI sheets, AI developer, AI image, deep research, the whole stack, accessible through a regular chat message. So watch this. So I'm sitting on my couch. I open Slack. I send a message to my Claw, research the top 5 AI invoicing competitors, compare pricing, summarize their main differentiators, and build me a 1-page comparison doc. So that's the whole message. I close Slack, I go off and I do something else for 15 minutes. I come back, the research is done, the comparison doc is built, the link is right here. I didn't open my laptop. I didn't go to genspark.ai. I just texted a message and I got a finished deliverable back. Now think of what you can chain through this. Draft a follow-up email to the client from yesterday's meeting. Schedule a 30-minute call with the design team next week. Make a phone call to confirm Saturday's reservation. Build me a landing page for the new product and send me the URL. Every one of those is a separate workflow. With Claw, it's one message. And there's a new desktop version too. So Genspark Claw for desktop. That one runs locally on your computer with 2 extra abilities. So computer use, where the AI actually works with the files on your machine, and browser use, where it handles web navigation for you, logging into sites, filling out forms, the boring stuff. So this is the closest thing that I've seen to actually having an AI employee. So it's the same apps you already use, it's always on, and it always delivers finished work, not just text. All right, guys, you can see how powerful this tool is, but look, it's not perfect. For very specialized work, say hardcore code reviews or research that needs deep domain expertise, you would still want to pair it with a specialist tool. And like any new platform, there are moments where some things might take a little bit longer than you'd expect, and that's just normal for a tool that is growing this fast. Now, Genspark just hit $250 million in revenue in their first 12 months. They ran a Super Bowl ad. They got tagged as Silicon Valley's first AI agent unicorn. So that kind of growth doesn't happen because of marketing. It happens because there is a real price to value ratio. Now, let's talk about pricing. So this is honestly the part that got me. Genspark is $24.99 a month or $19.99 a month when billed yearly. That's it. And it covers all of that in one workspace. There is a free tier too, so you can test it without spending $1. And there's a Plus and Pro tier above that if you're running heavier workflows. But for most people, the entry plan replaces a stack that was already costing them 5 times more. And one quick note about Genspark Claw, it is billed separately from the regular Genspark subscription. Now the reason is your Claw runs on its own dedicated server. So you're basically paying for the server that it lives on. Now right now, they're running a launch discount 75% off, which puts it at $9.99 a month. So if you're going to run an AI agent for 24/7 through WhatsApp or Slack, that's the cost of it. Worth knowing up front. So try Genspark with the link in the description below. New users get free credits to test the premium features, AI developer, deep research, everything. No credit card needed to start. And if you want more behind the scenes breakdown like this, come join my school community. The link for that is also in the description. Hey, if you build something cool with Genspark, drop it in the comments. I want to see what people ship with this. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next video where we're going to take this even further and dive into AI-powered productivity. Just click on the video to my left and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I'll see you there.